What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, RedoptionAgency.com. 23 years selling full-time on eBay, and it's Friday, and we get to look at the numbers today. So, let's do that. We're on the news store right now. So the clothing store, giving a little bit more attention the last few days. But last week on the news store, $236, down 13.2%. Selling cost at 31%. That's pretty cool. And net sales, $154. That's up 58%. Huh. So who knows what happened between there? Could have been returns, or who knows between here and there. Why that's up so much and this is down. So who knows? I don't feel like thinking about it today. Average sale price per item, $23.63. That's up 12.8%. 10 buyers, down 16.7%. No repeat buyers. All right. Top 5, we got women's skirts, women's boots, men's jeans, t-shirts, and women's clothing pants. So there it is. Hopefully we'll get hoodies and jackets on this list soon, since I've got a lot of those to list. So hopefully we'll get those numbers up there. Now, let's go to the store that matters the most for now. Let's go. All right. So last week on the big store, $5,869. Hey, baby girl. Up 22.2% last week. Selling cost at 47%. That's good, because that's including, no, maybe not. It's probably not including the store fee, because if they charged me on the first, that doesn't include that. So 47, so that's under 50. That's where I want it, so that's good. Net sales, $2,703. That's up 34%. So nice to see the net sales up more than the total sales. And that, I believe, comes from the not having the shipping, free shipping, and also a lot more lots selling. So keeping that shipping cost, instead of selling one with the same shipping cost, I'm selling 4 with the same shipping cost. And, instead of $4, it's $14. So that's the big difference there when it comes to bulk. 489 items sold last week. So that's almost on track for my 2,000 every month. That'd be 500 a week. So right at that. So that's nice to see. Up 15.1%. The average sale price at $12 is 6.2% up. So I'm happy with that. Total buyers, 316, up 9%. One-time buyers are up 8.8%, and repeat buyers is up 14%. So that's nice to see. So hopefully that has a lot to do with the buy two, get two, and people coming back for those. Top 5, and that looks like going to be the 5 I'm working on to get $1,000 per week, and it looks like I'm close on a few. So that's good. Movies and DVDs, number 5, $245, up 27%. Vinyl records, of course, $663, up 31%. Cassettes, still, like I've said, man, I cannot say enough about cassettes right now, because I barely put any up, but yet they are, as you know, they are literally like number 3 most every week at $730. So they are just hanging in there with the stock I have. So yeah, I definitely, maybe I'll go try to find a couple of boxes this weekend and work on get some more cassettes up. Number 2 instead of number 1 is men's hats, $837. That's up almost 20%. So that's near $1,000. And then music CDs are exploding right now with the buy two, get two, $1,714. And that's up 43%. So nice to see. As you know, if you watch the videos, hats and CDs usually go like 900, 1,000, 900, 1,000, 900, 1,000, somewhere in there every week. So to have CDs explode like that, just get the hats back up, and I'll be golden there. And these cassettes, they're not too far off from $1,000 a week. So I think if I could get another, 1,000 cassettes listed, 1,500, 2,000, I could probably have that 2,000 a week. just hanging in there with these buy two get two. Vinyl records, of course, I'm still working on it. I've got 3 boxes I still got to empty out, and then I've got tons of them here that I got drafts for. I got about 800 drafts made for vinyl. Actually, probably there's only a few CDs and a few, yeah, probably about 850 drafts for vinyl going up. Plus, I have about three or 4 boxes still I need to get working on. So I don't think it's going to be enough to get $1,000 per week. May be able to hit it one time after I get all this stuff listed. But we'll see. You never know, because there are a lot of 12-inch DJ singles in there. So those are kind of, well, we'll look at what's sold too, and we'll just go through some of this stuff a little bit more. Why don't we do something a little different here, and I'll go through each of these categories first when we go to what's sold. So we'll start off with DVDs. Got 2,700 plus in the store. And then we're going to go to sold here. So do something a little different. 349 sold. So that's over 10% for the 90 days. If you look at selling costs for 90 days, not 30. So like I said, these are all, these aren't supposed to be, it's slow moving. You know my method, my business. So I shouldn't have to explain it. But a lot of this is the buy two, get two. So 349. So that's, over 100 DVDs I'm selling a month right now with only 2,700 listed. So in my eyes, that's pretty good. I'm surprised I haven't sold more of these kids songs yet, especially with the buy two, get two. And I've got so many up. I'm surprised somebody hasn't come in and bought 4 to 8 of them at one time. I got some Westerns here. And I love it when people come in and just buy these generic movies that you can literally pick up anywhere for 10 cents nowadays. Family Guy, Don Juan DeMarco. The stuff that you see in abundance that you can get dirt cheap. And I'm making $1.67 per item. Actually, I think, is that number wrong now that I'm doing this way? Or was it closer to $1.50 now? I don't remember. I'll just call it $1.60 just to play it safe. So about $1.60 until I do the math again. So somewhere around $1.60 a piece profit on all those low dollar items. And the fact that they're moving. I mean, Waterboy, how many times do you see Waterboy just laying somewhere, So if you can get them cheap and you have this method of moving bulk, I mean, it excites me because that's what I want to see, right? So that's why it excites me. It's what I want to see. Just a lot of common crap that there's, thousands of listed on eBay, but yet somebody chose to buy mine mainly probably because the buy two, get two. So let's go to the next one, which was vinyl records. So I got to type in vinyl record to get a good accurate count. If I type in vinyl, it pulls up a bunch of different stuff. If I type in record, it pulls up a bunch of different stuff. So I got 5,300 plus pieces of vinyl in my store right now. Like I said, I got about 800 more on draft right now. So probably about, I want to say 400 to 500 more still in boxes. Plus I have that 500 lot of singles, 45s that I have. So I've got a good, close to 2,000, probably a little bit more than 2,000 more pieces to add to my store on the vinyl front. So we'll have 53, we'll be touching close to probably 7,500 by the time I'm done with all that. Let's see what's been selling. I don't know about you, but going through this stuff excites me, especially when it's your own. I love going through other people's sold, which I saw eBay's either got an error, a glitch, or a change. I'm going to show you if it's still going on today. 474 pieces of vinyl sold for 90 days. So I'd like to see that number hit 600, and that would be about 200 vinyl per month. that I'm moving. So I'd like to see that. But I noticed this the other day. Let me do it on a page that I don't want to. Let me. When you go to the link that says all of them's go. Hold on. So say you want to look at somebody's sold, and you hit sellers other items. Instead, it's taking you to the store instead of taking you to this layout now. That started yesterday or the day before. I started noticing that because I went to look at somebody's sold just to see what they're selling. Just, I like doing that. And I clicked on it and it took me to the store. And there's no way to see sold now on somebody's listings that I can figure out. So I went ahead and bookmarked this for me. So if I have to restart my computer or whatever, this is bookmarked so I can get this look on my store. But it all goes to the store now. So you hit Redoption Agency, it'll go to the store. You hit Seller Other Items, it goes to the store. So I don't know if that's a glitch or a change. I like it from the standpoint of when somebody clicks on it, that's 2 links that's going to take them to my store. So I like that. I don't like it for the fact that I like using the other view for my own personal knowledge. So yeah, I noticed that difference. So I'm not sure if that's a change or a glitch. Before, when it was happening and you couldn't get to this page, it was a glitch and it eventually got fixed. So that's why I'm saying I don't know if it's a change or a glitch. So this was some of the overnight this morning stuff that sold. I just put this up yesterday. Drifters, vinyl only. We got Kryptonite. Again, 12-inch stuff. I was hoping that, like, the collection that I bought, the DJs that had it, had 2 copies of every album almost. So I was hoping that that's a DJ thing, and a lot of people would come in and buy the 2, get 2, and they would just buy a lot of the DJ stuff like that. So we'll see. My camera is just flashing like a mofo at me, so I want to make sure it's still working properly. Whoops. And then you have this vinyl, like this was part of the lot. And then you have this stuff here that Jan was finding at the bins. So got a little bit of everything selling, and some 45s even. So, but like these 3 are going to be from the yard sale stuff. Same with that one. Some 45. This is going to be something that Jan found from the lot here, from the lot, from the lot, from the lot. I've made so much money off that lot. Still, again, the lot. I believe this was in that lot also. 2 Live Crew. And then, of course, got the older stuff that's been in my store for many years start, selling at the buy 2, get 2, or the buy 2, add some of the stuff that's been sitting for a while. It starts moving that one. This one's been sitting for a while. So it's good to see all that. This one's been sitting for a while. I can tell by the way the picture's taken. And you have more from the yard sale video. Pickup. This is an older one. It's been sitting for a while. So yes, good to see, good to see. And then we get 45. All this is the DJ stuff. So very happy with what's going on, how everything's operating now, especially now seeing that cost of seller's cost is under 50. So I'm definitely happy to see that. All right, let's go to the next, which is cassettes. Just type cassette, James. And cassettes, we got 11,000 plus in my store right now. And we've got 702 that has sold. So over 200 cassettes are selling every month. To give you that, so if I was selling 10 cassettes a day, that would be 300. So selling over 200 a day, it's almost, we'll just say about, without doing the math, 7 to 8 cassettes a day. 8 cassettes a day I'm selling consistently with the stock I have. I think within the past 30 days I may have put up, I'll say 200 cassettes, which is not a lot for me and one genre of things, not genre, but one type of thing. The buy two get two is really helping out here, moving all this cheaper stuff that was just sitting. Not necessarily these two, but just a lot of the stuff that just sits. So very happy with what's going on right now. I just wish the website would get its stuff together, because I'm going to show you what my last 4 days look like. And it's pretty, looks pretty, either I found the perfect way to run a store or it's controlled. Actually, I'll pull that up right now since I know what the next two are. But check this out. Last 5 days. 743, 742, 726, 736, 744. Look at that. Now, if that's not controlled, I've found the perfect way to run a store. The perfect consistent way to run a store. Today we're starting off a little slower compared to the last 5 days, so $222, and I'm at 12:30 p.m. right, or 12 p.m. 12:30 right now, so afternoon. So yeah, a lot of the just common cassettes are moving. And some of the higher $2 too. When I say about classical, it usually sells in lot. This is one person buying these classical cassettes here. Those 4. It's crazy. Bruce Springsteen is one that how I gauge if I'm moving low quality stuff, because I've got so many copies of Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. I don't know how many I got in my store right now, but I got 13 still in the store, and that's probably the biggest cassette I have in storage when it comes to the amount. And the fact that I'm moving them, I think it said 4 in the last, just call it 30 days. Yeah, that's how I can kind of gauge that the low dollar stuff's moving, because without sales, that stuff, Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA on cassette, sits in my store. It's good to see the puppies peaceful. I used some non-rinse shampoo and cleaned them up and put some fresh PJs on them. So they're very content right now. So. All right. And then hats came in at number 2. So hats, 13,000 plus hats in my store. And we've had a slow 3 weeks of hat sales. So this number is going to be down. But 985 hats. So that's over 10 hats a day averaging that I sell. So if you think about it like that, I'm making guaranteed usually $100 a day in hats. Just a round number. It's more than that, but usually, but just a round number. And then CDs. So we got 17,000 plus CDs in the store. we've got 1,300 plus for the last 90 days. So that's over 400 CDs a month. So over 10 a day. All different price points. A lot of the R&B and rap you're going to see here is stuff that I picked up off eBay and a lot. I probably think we're calling it like 75 cents into those. And then the metal and hard rock, not counting this one, is a lot that I bought on eBay for under $1 a piece also. And I kind of bought them more for just to get the traffic and notice to my buy to get to by putting up stuff that is going to move quicker. Like these 4 were, actually these 8 were the same buyer this morning. And in hopes that they will generate some repeat business coming into my store and searching around for more. I used to have my store categories broken down in media for genres: country, rock, metal, rap, R&B, religious, world. But you can only, when I started throwing everything back in, like hats and clothes and stuff, I didn't have enough categories, so I had to crunch it down to CDs, cassettes, vinyl, and couldn't break them down anymore because I just didn't have the space for categories. I should have another CD lot. If it's not going to be delivered today, it's probably tomorrow. 120 CDs I paid $40 for. So on eBay, I found that. So yes, very happy. So this is the CD that I sold for $100, and now it wasn't there the other day, but now somebody's got 2 of them listed on Amazon for $1,600. One's new and sealed though. So when I put that up, I said I probably priced it too low, but I didn't have nothing to comp it, so I just put it at $99.99. I started to put it at $199, so I probably should have done that. So I messed up there probably and probably lost some money on that also. So, but hey, it's a quick $100 and it probably paid for most of the lot it came out of. So you got to look at the positives when you do stuff like that. So can't dwell on the negatives, move ahead. But I had nothing to comp it to, so, and I don't trust auctions. So even that's the beauty about reselling. Not everybody knows everything, and everybody makes mistakes or does something wrong. That's why when people complain about thrift stores and they can't find nothing in the thrift store, expand your knowledge. There's something there. I can walk into any store at any time and find something to make money on, no matter what kind of store it is. That being said, I just saw today the plans for, we have an old Kmart right here around the corner, and they're putting in a Marshall's, a Burlington, and a Ross. So I used to buy tons of shoes from Ross and flip them, but I don't know if you can really do that these days. I'll have to wait and see, and since it's right down the road, it's someplace I can hit every day after the post office and get to know the workers and maybe have a foot in on, when some shoes are coming out and things like that. So I can create a rapport with the workers there. And because especially a new store, they want to, at least if it's somebody who cares, especially manager wise, they want to build that repeat business. So they would be happy to tell me when they're going to be putting out new shoes and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how many people actually care when they work these days, right? seems like everybody's passion for whatever they do is just gone in life. Like from the fast food worker to everything. I mean, before you could walk into, like, say, a Jack in the Box and everybody's singing and clapping and having a good time. And now you just, when you walk into those places, they're miserable. Your order's wrong. It's almost like we're in the 90s again, where everything's kind of, speaking of 90s, Candlebox, even though that was I felt that was more on the brighter side than the grunge side, but just right above when it comes to outlooks. But it feels like we're in the 90s again, where everybody's just kind of down about stuff. And I think the economy has to do with that, and the stupid crap that goes on with politics and the division and all that, all the games that are being played nowadays. It's just so freaking disturbing. Honestly, it's just disturbing. I've always never trusted like the government, but now when you see clearly why you don't trust the government, it just makes you go, wow, and they can still get away with it. When it comes to manipulation or lies and just trying to sway people, it's sickening. And it's so obvious. It's so crazy right now. So, I mean, and I'm just saying that may have a lot to do with what's going on with people's mindset and mentalities these days, is all the negativity with the news and stuff. So here we go. What actually sold beyond the media? So we got this typewriter. I just took an offer for $35 on that. If you remember, I paid, I think, $2. Was it $2 at a yard sale? I think it was. CDs, cassettes, 8-tracks. So this is all yesterday stuff. This was a lot of stuff bought. This was another lot bought. Finally sold another one of the matchboxes that I picked up last summer at the yard sale. The new old stock. I think I took an offer for $35 on that. Some of the Fila hats that were given to me. Thank you again. I still got to get those eyewear iframes up, because I checked a few the other day, and one of them, people have them listed for like $200. None sold, but that gives me a lot of room to play with best offer. So we got CDs, baseball glove. Got to get a lot more oddball stuff up. And by oddball, I mean stuff other than clothes, hats, and media. When it comes to my store, oddball stuff is a glove, a toy. Got tons of it sitting around waiting. Like I tell Jan, I'm only one person. I can only do so much. And when you're doing 95% of the business work, you always wish there was more time in the day, or you could clone yourself or whatever. Christmas stuff selling, of course, all year long. But being we're closing in on Christmas, I'd like to see that stuff pick up. I got tons of that to list also. And my receiver turned off. I don't think you can tell, but I can tell. And I can't see the screen right now. So I got to wait for it to come back up. But I might be able to scroll, even though I can't see. So I'll kind of scroll. Keep you entertained while I wait for my screen to pop back on. All right. Boop boop be doop boop boop. So that's me. That's where I'm at. I'm happy. We're going up, so I'm happy about that. So even though today's starting out slow, $223, still at $223. So boo. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So that was my week. So it's good to see those numbers go up. And I got to get back to work. it's the weekend. It's Friday, so I got to get a bunch of pictures taken this weekend for drafts. Got 971 drafts right now. I think I might just go on a little spree this weekend and see how many complete drafts I can get done. See if I can get 1,000 complete drafts done by Sunday night. There's a nice little challenge. Will I stick to it? I don't know, but it'll at least fuel me for the day. That's what I do. I make plans like that or goals like that, and it fuels me for the day. And then I'm like, oh, whatever. And then I'll just go ahead and list them and just lose track of it. So I always make little goals like that to motivate myself more than to actually meet the goal. It's more to keep myself motivated and on task and focused at a certain part of the day or even for a certain day itself. So, all right. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.